Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Saturday, March 12th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner with the Hornets -1.5 and -110 on BetMGM. Really wasn't in doubt. We know that the Pelicans were going to be missing a couple of their best players, and it looked like it because Charlotte won by 20 plus. They scored 140 plus points, and New Orleans, simply put, just didn't have enough firepower to keep up. So, a nice winner there. Look for another winner here on Saturday. And for the play of the day, we're going to stick with the NBA, looking at a matchup between the Bucks and the Warriors, taking place at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we're going to take the Bucks on the money line at -120 on BetMGM. Time recording of 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like Milwaukee in this spot. First of all, Milwaukee enters this game in much better form. The Bucks have won each of their last 6 games, while the Warriors have lost 5 of their last 7. Now, Golden State has won each of its last 2 games, but looking at the level of competition, not exactly the greatest. They beat the Clippers by 15. We've seen the Clippers are in a bit of a tailspin, so they are kind of slumping at the moment. And then they beat Denver on the road by 11, which is a good win on paper. We actually had Golden State in that game, but I have to mention once again the terrible scheduling spot for Denver. That was their 4th game in 5 nights. So I do think that even though beating Denver is impressive, Golden State definitely struggled at times, and I do question if the rest advantage had a lot to do with it. So I do think Golden State now might be a bit overvalued against Milwaukee. But you want to look at how the first meeting this season went, and Milwaukee crushed them. Milwaukee beat Golden State by 19 points in the first meeting. And to go through some efficiency numbers, Milwaukee is much better at offense. Milwaukee ranks 3rd in offensive efficiency, while Golden State ranks 9th. But the main reason why I like Milwaukee is because I like Milwaukee supporting cast a lot more than Golden State's. You can talk about Giannis and how he's a borderline MVP candidate. Curry's been pretty streaky for the last couple of months, actually. He was really good against Denver, though, had 30-plus points. But we know Jordan Poole has also been really good for Golden State recently. But you're looking at the other main 2 guys for Golden State. You have Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins. And long story short, both of them have been awful for the last couple of weeks. To go through Klay's last 4 games, these are his field goal percentages: 35% against Denver, 39.1% against the Clippers, 23.1% against the Lakers, and 35.3% against Dallas. So Klay's been awful. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, this season he's shooting 40.5% from the floor. I know he's come back from an injury. I know it might take a bit of time for him to find his rhythm. He clearly hasn't found it yet, and I do think that if he's going to take a bunch of shots, he's potentially going to be making about 2/5 of them, and that's not exactly an ideal percentage for a shooter of his caliber. Plus, Wiggins, since the All-Star break, has been an absolute disaster. No other way around it. He's shooting basically 40% since the All-Star break, and I do question if Drew Holiday, who we know is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, can somewhat contain Curry, hold him to, let's just say, 25 points in this game. Do I think Golden State's supporting cast is good enough to make up for the potential lackluster game by Curry? And the answer is no. I don't think the supporting cast is good enough. We know Draymond is still injured. He's coming back allegedly on Monday, but that's going to segue me into the lack of front court depth that Golden State has, and that's why I do think Milwaukee should have a lot of easy layups and dunks in the paint. You're looking at Kevon Looney, who's a pretty good defensive center. That's pretty much it. However, they have no backup center. They're using Bjelica, and Bjelica is an awful defensive player. So when you have to deal with Giannis and Bobby Portis, I do question if Golden State simply has the bodies on the interior to either A, stop them, or B, just keep them off the glass. Wiseman is supposed to come back soon. Not for this game, so that doesn't matter. But the point is, if Kevon Looney gets into foul trouble trying to guard Giannis, which is definitely possible, Golden State might have serious problems because they really just don't have many big men, or the ones they have really aren't even that good. So Milwaukee should have the advantage in the supporting cast and should have the advantage in the paint, and that's good enough for me. I think this game will be close, but eventually I think Milwaukee will do enough offensively to win this game by at least 5 points. Play that in once again here for Saturday, March 12th. It's going to be on the Bucks on the money line at -120 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.